I want to explain something very important, how value tracking works with PixelYourSite for Meta, for Google Analytics, actually for all our supported tags. And we support Meta, we support Google Ads, Google Analytics, TikTok, Bing, Pinterest, and we also have an integration with Google Tag Manager, which means that you can implement any tag with our plugin and Google Tag Manager. Value is very important because once you can measure conversion results, but also because all platforms optimize for value. So they understand if someone purchased something expensive from you, and they will try to optimize for such an action. This is our WooCommerce page. We have similar options for easy digital downloads if you use easy digital downloads and not WooCommerce, like we do for our main website. And first I will explain what we have here, and then I will tell you a few things about how value is used by Meta, by Google, and a few interesting strategies you can use. So first, value settings here. This is the default option. Use WooCommerce price settings. Basically, we will take the values from the website. So what's on the page, that's what we use. However, you can also customize it, and you can include or exclude tax, exclude shipping, or exclude fees if you use fees for your website. We have two ways to track value. One, it's a parameter we attach to some events called value. When we send this parameter, we also send the currency. So we have value and currency. But for Google Analytics, for Google Tags, for Google Analytics, Google Ads, and Google Tag Manager, we have something called item price. Item price will also follow these settings about tax. So if you include or exclude tax here, item price will follow these options. Now we also have something about lifetime customer value. We can track lifetime value for some events with a dedicated parameter, and here you can tell us which type of orders to include when we calculate the lifetime. Like completed, on hold, processing, pending payment. Usually it's just completed, but here for some demo purposes I selected more statuses. So this is about this general setup, value settings. Now, not each event. Some key events have extra value options. Purchase. This is fired when we have a conversions, when someone purchases something on your website, and it always has value. This event must have value. It's mandatory. Meta, for example, will reject a purchase event without value for conversion API. So they really want this parameter. And again, we send the currency with value as well. You can configure the purchase event to use total. So basically the total amount someone pays when they buy something from you. This is the recommended setup. I mean, that's the most used one. We also have something called price minus cost of goods. This uses our cost of goods plugin for WooCommerce. It's a plugin that allows you to add cost for each item or for some items in various ways. And we calculate the difference between the price and the cost. So this is closer to the profit if you want to track not total sales, but what your business actually makes from selling those items. For Meta, I will show you a strategy that allows you to track both purchase and total, and profit using another dedicated event. I will show you this at the end of this video. For the other tags, we don't have such an option. We cannot send two events with different values like we can for Meta. We also have a percent of the total. You can decide to use, I don't know, like 20% or 50%. And the global value, I don't recommend using a global value. It's more like a legacy option. Maybe we should actually remove it. Other events that have value, checkout page. Here you can also disable. The value is not mandatory. Similar options as we have for purchase. Add to cart, same thing. Product pages, the same thing. Do you really need them? Not necessarily, because these events are not a conversion, and sometimes tracking value for them can be misleading. However, it might be helpful because, for example, Meta can optimize for value if, for example, you use add to cart event as a conversion instead of purchases. If you want to do that, Meta will use value from the add to cart to optimize when they deliver ads. But always look for purchase value in your report. I will show you right away. This is demo report, and here you can customize columns, and always look for purchase value. So you have add to cart value. This is misleading because all the add to carts will sum up and give you a misleading result. Some people will just add to cart items, will remove them from cart, with leave the website before buying. So this value will be much higher than actual purchases. So that's why you need to always track purchase. Purchase should be always present. Purchase value should be always present in your reports. Other values should not be there, or you can have them, but keep in mind that the numbers are misleading. The same thing it's true for Google Ads. If you configure Google Ads conversions, so you have a conversion here, you add the conversion label inside PixelYourSite. I have another video explaining how to configure Google Ads conversions. Usually you will have a conversion for purchase, but I noticed that some people like to experiment with other events as a conversion, for example, add to cart. So they will optimize their ads for add to cart, and you can decide not to send value at all, which might not be a real problem. But you can also send value because Google use value when they have a conversion to optimize for larger, for people that will convert better, so a larger value. So if you send add to cart, you can, for example, send just a percent. So I don't know, 10%. This is one recommended strategy, or the full value, and not track this with your ads reports. And to do this, when you create the add to cart conversion, you should also have a purchase conversion created in the same way. This conversion is usually let me show you what I mean. This conversion is primary action by default, and it will be used for optimization and always reported because it's a primary action. But the add to cart conversion can be excluded from primary actions. When you create it, you will have this option, account default goal settings. Do not use add to cart as an account default goal. This means that it's still a primary conversion, so it's used for optimization, but will not be included in the reports by default, which might be helpful because you don't want to see that misleading large amount value reported for add to carts. So maybe you want to do it this way. There are various ways to do it. Maybe you want to show it in the reports, and you will make a mental amendment saying that, okay, this value is not exactly correct, and so on. So there are various ways to do it. I usually recommend optimizing for purchases. This is a clean approach, but sometimes you want to test other strategies. So keep in mind that value reported for add to cart. Add to cart is one thing, but imagine if you do this for view content, so product page views. Value there, it's really relevant because every time someone visits a page, you have a view content event. If you track value for that particular event, you'll have a huge number, which is completely irrelevant. So I don't even recommend sending value for product pages. maybe you shouldn't. Okay, I was promising to explain a strategy that allows you to track both uh, purchase value and profit. We have this event that you can use, track complete registration. So we hijack this event, and instead of tracking complete registration, we track transactions similar to purchase. We have this option, fire this event every time a transaction takes place. So you will have this event there. This event can be configured to use price minus cost as goods. So basically, you will have this event in your reports along purchase and purchase value, and you will see sort of the profit. It's not exactly the profit, you have other costs with your business, but it will be a number that it tells you how much money you make from selling those goods that you sell on your website. So if you configure this way, you can also hide the event from the browser tag, and we will send the event only using Conversion API. So it's not visible when someone tests your website. It's not easy to see your profit. So if you have this setup inside your ad manager, customize, complete. This is the event I was referring to. So you can have total and value. Now, this value will be the difference between the price and the cost. Okay, I think that's it. So as you can see, you have a lot of options here. It's very flexible. You can track value for a number of events. Always look for the purchase value. This is the real number that you want to track. You can optimize for other events. You can optimize for other events values, but always track purchase value. And if you want that strategy that allows you to have both purchase total and profit inside your meta reports, is doable. As I show you, you can hijack this event and visualize value for it and send here a price minus cost. It will be an interesting thing to do for WooCommerce users. We don't have such a plugin for easy digital downloads. The cost of goods plugin is available only for WooCommerce. It's part of our bundle license, so if you have the bundle license, you will get it. That's it. I'm Christian Stoichescu from PixelYourSite. Thank you for watching this video. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to our channel.